to Invited Back with Sabbath Kapahu. If you're watching this on YouTube, take a walk with me through Volcano National Park as we recap Q1 and February and March in this episode of the Invited Back podcast. It's been a full and fulfilling couple of months. Conversations that have led to airline tickets, sending my husband a week away out of country for training, remembering what it's like to be full-time mom and full-time business owner and full-time CEO. And guess what I added to that list this February? I'm a full-time student. I started my MBA program with the College of Paris through Dusair Global Business School. And it has been such a joy to be a student again with a diverse and global group of classmates, learning and growing and elevating our experience together. Also, February was an opportunity to dive deep into some incredible conversations on the Wild Conversation podcast. We got to speak with Dr. Arthur Satterwhite and have an incredible conversation about process. And at the end of the whole thing, what we always ask our guests is, are you in a season of changing yourself or accepting yourself? And I love what Dr. Satterwhite said. He said, I can't change what I don't accept. Just pausing for a moment to let that sink in. I can't change what I don't accept. I got to speak at the fellowship, a group that meets every Thursday morning online and has been doing so they used to do it in person in the city of Seattle, and now they meet online. And I had a chance to share my journey of rebuilding, of a reconciliation at the personal, what's happening within myself, at the team, what's happening around me in my marriage, in my family, and at the organizational level, what is happening in the spaces and conversations around me that are part of this reconciliation journey. As I am recording this, it is actually March 31st, which is the day that my brother took his life 1 year ago. We didn't find out until April 1st. So in my mind and heart, April 1st was the day that changed everything. As I got to share with the Fellowship Seattle my journey of reconciliation, I also got to share what has transpired over the last year as we've stepped one foot forward in front of the other through brokenness, heartache, and groundbreaking experiences where conflict and sorrow became a catalyst for beauty and innovation and joy and hope. So on the precipice of the 1 year anniversary, I get to ask myself this morning as I listened to my Lent devotional, I wrote down these notes. Sometimes we grow attached to our brokenness. And sometimes we need to turn the tables in our lives to awaken from the comfort of apathy. And if there is anything that this past year has taught me, about my comfort is that as soon as I can get real about my relationship with being uncomfortable, the quicker I can be honest about my relationship with ambiguity, the closer I get to the reality of the subconscious thoughts and beliefs that shape my words and my judgments and my actions without even knowing it, the sooner and the closer I get to moving those subconscious thoughts into my conscious mind and making an intentional choice to say, yes, I believe that, or no, I don't. And I am going to act accordingly. The sooner I can awaken from the comfort of apathy, from being attached to my brokenness, and instead be released into the freedom of healing. It's hard work. I've been meeting with my counselor weekly, and I don't always want to sit in. I do not always want to accept that invitation into conversation about the uncomfortable things, about what's changing inside of me. But every time I do, I get a little closer to the version of myself that I didn't know about, but God knew about. This version that incorporates wifehood, motherhood, deep friendship, business connections, being a student and a learner, being missionally minded and intentional about every single conversation, trusting the process along the way, and being obedient even when it feels like it goes against everything inside of me. But I know that that yes and that choice is the right one. But sometimes it's easier to hold on to my brokenness than to step out into what freedom, the freedom of discipline, looks like. Not only does April 1st mark the day that I lost my brother, but it marks the first day of week 1 of my nutrition journey with First in Nutrition. It has taught me so many things, but I was reading over my tracker that I turned into my coach that first week. And I said, when everything in my life spiraled into chaos, I knew that I could control what I chose to fuel my body with. And what a gift that has been. May we continue to reimagine, reinvent, and reinvite one step at a time. I am so thankful to be on this journey together of year 3 of the Invited Back podcast with Sabbath Kapahu. Until next time, aloha.